In today's video, we are back talking about the city of Flower Mound, Texas. Now, we do want to get into kind of the top 4 areas that people are wanting to know about when they're making that move here to the Dallas, Texas area, and specifically here to the city of Flower Mound. Now, of course, when you move to a particular area, there are so many different neighborhoods. They have neighborhoods with an HOA, neighborhoods without an HOA, and you really can find all different price points in the city of Flower Mound as well. So whether you buy a custom home overlooking Lake Grapevine, or you want a smaller, first time home in a, little older neighborhood, we have those options here in Flower Mound. But more specifically, we want to get into where to live. We want to talk about, if you're moving here to the city of Flower Mound, what type of neighborhoods can you expect to find? And maybe if you are looking for that big master plan community with community events and all of the amenities, but you don't want to wait around for new construction and you don't want to move 45 minutes away from everything, Flower Mound could be a fantastic option. And like I said, there's some phenomenal areas to live in Flower Mound. I always say that Flower Mound gives you that small town feel, even though it's really not that small of a city. But when you get into the city of Flower Mound, you see where its location is and you see everything that it has to offer, you will probably agree with me. So let's kind of start out and give you a little bit more information about the city of Flower Mound. Now, Flower Mound has a population of around 80,000 people. So it is a little bit bigger than some of these other smaller areas, and it does have a size of about 45 square miles. We will get into it a little bit later on, more specifically on the exact location of the city of Flower Mound, to kind of give you the bearings of exactly where it is in all of its bordering towns and areas. But just kind of wanting to highlight here what exactly you can expect if you're making that move to Flower Mound. Now, the median price point of homes currently is around $600,000. I do like to go back and look at the history a little bit on these cities when I dive into them, to kind of see what the patterns are based on where these cities are located. And Flower Mound does tend to fluctuate just a little bit. It doesn't exactly go all the way up, but when you obviously it does have a particular pattern where the price point of homes has increased, but more specifically, it can fluctuate because you do have some really high-end luxury homes in the city of Flower Mound. So sometimes you sell a really big luxury home, and that might skew your numbers just a little bit each and every month. So whether it's high 500s, low 600s, we're currently looking at around the median price point being around $600,000 right now. You can get homes though in the upper $300,000 range, and like I said, you can find them in the multi-million dollar range. There are some phenomenal properties if you want gated communities, if you want high-end custom homes, and if you want to find the home with a view, Flower Mound's gonna have those for you. They also have some more exclusive gated, guarded, private custom home communities as well here in Flower Mound. So it really does kind of run the gamut of what you can expect to find here. So let's kind of get into what you can expect when making that move here. Why do people move here? Well, one of the main reasons is its proximity. So like I said, we're going to talk a little bit more on location and proximity to the airport and the other cities around here, but also, again, it has that small town community feel. So whether or not you are moving into a master plan community that does have the swimming pools and the fitness center and tennis, pickleball courts and that kind of thing, We also have a fantastic community center here in the city of Flower Mound. We have indoor and outdoor pools. You can sign your kids up for summer camps or other different types of activities at the community activity center. They also have fitness classes and a small gym, indoor track, indoor basketball courts. So you can join that if you don't have a particular HOA that you might be a part of that offers those amenities. So just kind of something to think about, that between the parks and all of the opportunities in the city of Flower Mound, it does have a lot going for it. From restaurants, not only your typical chain restaurants, but they also have multiple options of those local community family-owned restaurants in the city of Flower Mound as well. There are some phenomenal options, so you really kind of can get everything that you need. Everything from your Target and your Walmart to, like I said, your Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. So lots and lots of options for your everyday needs right in the city of Flower Mound, even though you are gonna get that small town feel. All right, so before we get into the top 4 neighborhoods that I do wanna highlight in this particular video, my name is Kristen Carpentier and I'm a licensed realtor here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. I specialize in helping people relocate here to the Dallas, Texas area. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out. That number down below, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. Let me know how I can help you find the perfect spot here in the state of Texas. And more importantly, don't forget to subscribe to this video if you haven't already, because we are putting out content all the time, trying to change it up, give you new construction, older neighborhood, and try to give you a wide variety of options when making that move here to the Dallas, Texas area. All right, now let's get to it.
So the first area that I want to talk about is the community of Lakeside, which is right here where I am at. This is a 150-acre urban-style development, which is bordering the shores of Lake Grapevine. Now, as you can see out here, there is all of this commercial space. We have restaurants, we have the chiropractor, we have boutiques, we have hair salons, all right here on the bottom part with apartments up above. There are houses in this area, very, very high-end luxury condos in a high-rise overlooking the lake. And there are so many things still coming here down in the Lakeside area. They're going to have offices, cafes, restaurants overlooking the lake, just so many great things, luxury apartments coming in. Price point's going to definitely be higher over there, but a lot of lake views from those apartment complex. But really some of the top restaurants and things to do are down here in the Lakeside area. On Friday nights, they have a concert series that they do down here, but eventually they're going to have an amphitheater and things down there with all kinds of community events right here in this Lakeside community. Now this really is just more of that urban sprawling development with so much happening. There's a great dog park out here, but tons of trails all along the lake and just a really beautiful walkable community. There's the Movie House Eatery over there as well, but pretty much everything you need, from your Starbucks to your smoothie bowls and your high-end steakhouses. They just have a lot of that out here in Lakeside. So when build out is complete, it's going to have over 200 single family homes out here and over 700,000 square feet of commercial space. So it really is going to be huge. And I'm sure construction and traffic down the main road down to the airport and into downtown Dallas is probably going to get fairly hectic, but this really is going to be the place to be down here in the Lakeside area, which really is a little bit more on the south end of the city of Flower Mound. This will feed into Flower Mound High School, but it is still a part of LISD. So any more questions about that and about what we're going to be getting down here, feel free to reach out and let me help answer those questions for you. The next neighborhood that I want to talk about is the community of Bridalwood. Now, I know I've talked about Bridalwood in other videos that I've talked about here in Flower Mound, but this is probably one of the most popular ones. The two biggest master plan communities here in the Flower Mound area are Wellington and Bridalwood. Now, Bridalwood is not nearly as big as Wellington. In fact, it's probably maybe about half the size. It is the only community here in the Flower Mound area that actually has a golf course within it. So that's actually a really nice feature. There are a number of homes in a number of neighborhoods that do line up to the golf course, which really gives it that extra bonus of beautiful views. And you know, who doesn't love nature here in our neighborhoods and having those extra views, because you're not going to get the mountains. Now, there are about 1,250 homes here in the Bridalwood community, and the homes were constructed between 1996 and 2004 approximately, and the typical lot size is about 0.2 to around an acre. Another feature about the Bridalwood community is that there is actually a particular neighborhood within here called the Reserve that is gated. So if you want more of that luxury gated community, little extra added protection, they have that as well. And the typical HOA fees in Bridalwood are about $1,100 annually, but to have a home in the Reserve is going to more than double that. So you're going to be paying for that gate to get through there. Here in Bridalwood, there are multiple pools, 2 different areas. They have an activity center and a pool over by the golf course, which is really nice. They even have a community swim team if you want to get your kids involved in that. They have tennis and pickleball courts, they have basketball courts, playgrounds, and they also have an equestrian center. So they have some gorgeous homes over around in that area, Bridalwood Farms, and another great, beautiful part of this particular master plan community. But even having that golf course here in Bridalwood, it's a public course, so anybody can join it. They have a golf pro shop. They have a great bar and grill that you can go eat at. Anybody can eat at. Obviously, you're gonna get discounts if you are a member of Bridalwood. And you can even sign up for golf lessons, and it's actually really affordable. So they have a great junior golf program if you want to get your kids involved in golf. Another great option about this particular community. Homes in Bridalwood are going to range in around the low $600,000 range to over $2 million. And of course, the $2 million range is going to be for the homes on the much larger lots over in the equestrian part of Bridalwood as well as in the Reserve. So just another thing to think about here in Bridalwood, but just kind of wanted to walk you around. In fact, I was out here yesterday. I had to come back. It seemed everybody was doing yard work, and when I came home and started listening to the videos, I realized just how crazy disruptive it was. It was so windy and everything, but I just kind of wanted to come out, and the amount of trails in and through this particular community are just really beautiful. You can see over here in this particular area, they've had prom pictures out here. You can come out here and do all kinds of, fishing. You can have a picnic. They have a great little gazebo over here. We've come out here also with kids to take pictures, and just when it's green and it's springtime, you just really can't beat these views out here. We just love this community. And even though it's not nearly as big as Wellington, it just has a different atmosphere out here. People love it. The roadway up through Bridalwood is really beautiful. It's a tree-lined street, but just kind of want to give you an idea of what some of these well-established master plan communities have in them and what you're going to get. So definitely different pros and cons to all of the neighborhoods here in Flower Mound if you want a bigger master plan community like Wellington or Bridalwood, or if you just want a smaller one that maybe does have the community pool. But completely depending on what it is that you're looking for, you can find a lot of great options here in Flower Mound. In fact, one more specific thing that I want to talk about Bridalwood and Wellington. Bridalwood probably more so, because I've had a lot of people talk to me about this. I have a number of friends who live in Bridalwood, and I've helped multiple people buy in here. It's kind of difficult sometimes, and there are certain little pockets. I won't kind of give away which parts that they are, but you almost have to really kind of know your neighbors to find out if they're selling, if you really want to get into these particular sections, because people love it and they never want to leave. So finding a home pop up in parts of these areas is a little bit harder sometimes, but the community is absolutely beautiful. You will see kids out riding their bikes all the time, and everybody out jogging and riding the golf carts even throughout this community. So It is a great one, and as always, if you want more information, reach out and let us know what we can do to help. So I wanted to talk a little bit about new construction here in Flower Mound, and we have a great new master plan community coming here that will be opening up in May of 2024. Now, they are just finishing up getting ready to put the trailer out there and actually start releasing lots. But the clincher with this one, it is a community brought by Toll Brothers, and starting price point of Oakbridge Crossing, sorry, I always get that confused, is going to be $1.5 million. Now, in this first phase of development, there will be 71 lots, and when it is fully completed, there will be 127 lots. Yes, you're going to hear the airplanes. I really honestly don't feel like I hear them as much inside the house, but this will be coming here soon. It's right off 2499 down towards the south end of Flower Mound, closer to Lakeside on the north side. And it also is going to be right across the street from Shadow Ridge Middle School, which is part of Louisville Independent School District. So just kind of wanted to highlight this a little bit. Other than this community that is coming in, the only real new construction that you're finding here in Flower Mound right now is custom built homes in small boutique type communities. So just really wanted to highlight this to kind of give you an idea, if you really are truly looking for new construction, what you're going to get. But this is going to be the hottest thing coming here for 2024. And of course, if you want more information, reach out, because we do have some ins and outs about what we have found out about this community. So if you're looking for a home on a little bit larger of a lot and you have a higher price point, this could be a great one to get into here in Flower Mound. The next area I want to highlight is called the Riverwalk here in Flower Mound. And this is actually just a great multi-use type area right here in the heart of Flower Mound. It has apartment style living. We have this cute little Riverwalk. Literally why it's called the Riverwalk is because of the little river that does go right here through the community. We have townhouses and apartments that line it right here, overlooking the river, and these cute restaurants that they have over here. And there's also single family homes. So the further you get down, there's single family homes that are all, self-sustaining. You're not sharing a wall, and rear entry garages. Yes, you can hear the airplanes a little bit more out here in the Riverwalk, but down here they've put these restaurants right here along the river, and this cute little chapel event center if you want to host a wedding or some sort of a party. So definitely a lot of things coming. And not too far over on the other side, there's also the Marriott Hotel, the Flower Mound Hospital right here in the middle of the city, as well as like Orange Theory, some doctor's offices. So kind of really this multi-use area, and just really easy to walk to a lot of the areas throughout Flower Mound. If you want to be able to get out and walk your dog, you will see people out here walking their dogs all the time. So if you want something a little bit more affordable, a little less maintenance, this could be a great area. Some newer construction. There is some newer townhomes that are still under construction. It is almost built out down there, but the price point over there is probably in around the mid $500,000 range. But it's just really an area that's catered to families and professionals and people that are just kind of like looking for a community that really just brings everybody all together in one area. We're seeing people out here all the time, especially on the weekends. They'll have live music over here in some of these restaurants, and just when our weather's nice, you're just gonna wanna be out. So a little bit more of a close-knit community out here. It's 158 acres of mixed-use development out here, and just convenience factor, location-wise, and all that it does have to offer. So just a great little community if you want to start out an apartment, nice community to live in. You want the townhouse, single family residence, you have it all right here in this particular community. So one of our favorites, and on to the next one. Now, the biggest master plan community here in the city of Flower Mound is going to be the community of Wellington. Now, Wellington is by far the biggest master plan community with almost 2,400 homes in this particular community. The homes were constructed between 1995 and 2013, and most of them do have smaller lots, but you can find some at about 1/3 of an acre And prices are gonna range anywhere from around the mid 400 to well over $1 million. So Wellington is a very highly desirable community, and it has a ton of amenities. As you can see, we have tennis and pickleball courts, we have basketball courts, we have playgrounds, multiple pools, and a fitness center and a clubhouse. The HOA here in Wellington is under $1,000 for the year, and that's going to include everything. We have really heavily tree-lined streets and just a lot of great open space out here. There is so much going on, and a lot of people really love this particular community just because of price points, and I know multiple people who have lived in multiple homes throughout this community. So just depending on what it is that you're looking for and what type of amenities, and if you're okay with having an HOA, this could certainly be a great one. But check out some of these parks. We can go fishing, we have a disc frisbee golf, we have sand volleyball courts, but just a lot of great amenities that you can take advantage of living in the community of Wellington.
So if you've stuck around this long, thank you so much for watching till the end and all about what it's like living here in the city of Flower Mound. So if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to reach out, but more importantly, leave those comments down below. If there's something in particular that you want to know about a particular area, or especially about this particular video and the city of Flower Mound, let us help you. We know all the ins and outs of a lot of these communities. We love the city of Flower Mound, and we would love to help you make that smooth move here to the Dallas, Texas